check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright, so it's been like 4 months since I painted the fenders in the previous clip. I just got too busy with murals and a bunch of other projects. Today I finished sanding this down with 400 grit. Now I'm just covering up the seals in the windows and the engine bay and the wheels and tires, and I'm going to spray it blue and then come back tomorrow morning and throw the clear coat on it. Alright, so now my blue is done and it's all dried and cured. So the next step is to come out to the patio and grab a palm frond, one of the smaller ones, and I'll show you when I do that next. This looks like a good one here. So now I'll take this over to the car. Alright, so now since my paint's dried and ready to go, I'm going to add a palm frond pattern on the inlets or insets or whatever you want to call them on the hood here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to be using Montana Gold. This is my graffiti spray paint that I use for my murals. It's a transparent black, so it's not like a dense colored opaque black, it's just a transparent. So when I spray it over this palm frond, you're still going to be able to see the blue through the black. This is just going to be kind of like a shadow image. And so I'm going to let this cure overnight and set, and then what I'll do is I'll come back and mask these inside sections, then I'll hit these outer areas with a fresh coat of blue. And then I'm going to have my buddy Jim, who paints Gravedigger trucks, I want to have him come in and lay in a thin red stripe around this, and then do some old school pinstriping around the car in random spots. As you can see, this is my deck lid. This is basically the hood. It covers the motor, so I did the same palm frond print there, so I'll have the matching front and back. And once this is clear coated, it's going to look pretty damn epic. Alright, I'm getting ready for clear coat. This is what I've been using. This is what I use on my golf cart and a couple other projects. Spray Max 2K Clear. It's Clear Glamour. It's got a hardener. Got to take this cap off the other cap, pop it on here like so, give it a hit or hit it on the ground, and that releases a hardening agent. Then you shake it up for about 2 minutes and then go crazy. Pushes in and out. Pull that off. Go to town, shake like that for about 2 minutes. a fan spray that you can turn from a horizontal to a vertical. This stuff's really, really poisonous. If it gets in your lungs and hardens, it's gonna be like probably a bad rest of your life. So mask up. Alright, it's been a few days since I sprayed this 2K clear and it looks really good. I probably don't even have to really polish this or buff it and do anything except throw some wax on it. But if you run your hand over it, you can feel some light dust particles and dirt and stuff. So I'm just gonna wet sand this with some 2000 grit. I'm not gonna go any lower than that, just 2000 grit, just to knock down some of those bumps that are on the top of the clear coat. And then I'll take a polishing wheel to it, which I'm not the best at, but I think I can do a good enough job. Since I got this far, I might as well keep going by myself. So let's wet sand this a little bit. I'm just lightly taking some 2000 grit on a sanding block. Knock down any imperfections. This will dull it out a little bit, of course, just like anything that you sand, but polish it up. I'm gonna be able to see myself in the reflection of this. Alright, that's really all it takes. Now none of those bumps are there anymore. You don't feel any coarse grittiness. Oh, there's one right there. That's it. Alright, so I sanded down everything. That's ready to go. Now I just got to polish it up. I went and ordered on Amazon a set of these polishing pads for the 7-inch polisher sander. Of course, they don't let me know which one is for what. I understand that the denser and the harder the foam, the deeper the cut it'll be, the softer it'll be for final polishing. I also got these ones that go on a drill. They're 3-inch pads. Unfortunately, my 7-inch polisher, the Velcro lost its adhesion and came off, and the new pads come with a different attachment that is a different thread, so I can't get the new one threaded onto the polisher that I already have. So I'm going to be sticking with the drill polisher for now. Hopefully I can get a decent job done with that. And in order to keep it cheap as possible, this paint job, I got all this stuff on Amazon. I'd rather go somewhere else, but this stuff's just so cheap there. So I got cutting polish and a final polish. I have no idea if this quality is any good. It's a chemical, guys. I think it's pretty decent. All right, so I'm gonna do that now. too bad. See if I can get some of these sanding marks on camera here. This was wet sand before, just the 2000 grit. And then here's polished. Took them all out, so now I'm gonna hit it with that final polish. Well, after I'm done with the cut. So it's gonna be a few hours on this thing, and then I will basically do a final video to walk around once this car's all put back together. I got wheels coming to replace these Raiders on Tuesday, but coincidentally we're gonna be possibly having a tropical storm or hurricane making landfall right at our doorstep on Tuesday. So I don't know if those wheels will still make it on time, but I'll get this thing all put back together and then show you on the next episode. See ya. Peace.
It sound right, boy.